We're here just south of Black Lake, Saskatchewan, which is very, very high up, probably 59 degrees north latitude. And we're filming a caribou hunt with some Dene people. Probably minus 25, minus 30.
It's so dry. Yeah.
The whole point of the documentary is to really get as close and detailed as we can with Aboriginal traditions. It's in some ways it's kind of a ethnographic look at what goes on in terms of the caribou and the Dene people. A lot of the ecologists talk about keystone species, and I think certainly for the north, the caribou is a keystone species. It has has everything to do with everything within the ecosystem is kind of dependent on caribou trampling over it, caribou dying there. And if you consider the Dene people as an integrated part of the ecosystem too. I've done remote stuff even not too far from here, in fact, but it wasn't winter, and I've done winter shooting in cold weather, but at least we had electricity. But here we're foregoing warm weather and we're foregoing electricity. So to be totally honest, it's a little bit daunting, but here we are in it, so it's already upon us. We're getting right to the edge of where trees can grow, and certainly other things too. Just incredible paradise, really, in its own way. It's a cold paradise, but a beautiful paradise, and geez, every which way you look, it's amazing, right? And the light changes and the wind changes, and suddenly it's a different whole series of images as well. It's quite beautiful. So how can you not create something interesting from that?
The sun's kind of getting creamy now.
When we first pulled up here and saw the camp too, it was just like, holy mackerel, this is really amazing. And the times we were with the guys on the ice, and they stopped to do a little bit of ice fishing. It was kind of like we would stop at a grocery store. They just stopped to pull up some nets and pulled up 15 fish, which we ate for dinner. And then our dinner, like this beautiful breaded lake trout that we had pulled up 3 hours earlier out of the water. Like, man. How do you explain that to somebody sitting in fill in the blanks for any restaurant somewhere in Canada? How do you explain that we're just out here in the land and the grocery store is just under the ice and out in these trees? Pretty awesome. But also our host is a big part of it. Like, they're just so generous and so kind, and they're taking great care of us, and they're really enjoying having us here, and we're enjoying being with them. I spent a lot of time just getting to know people, sitting with them, having tea or lunch or chatting and telling stories. And we don't turn the camera on for any of that stuff, but that's a major part of the process, right? Getting to know what everything's about, what everybody is about, and then we kind of go forward from there.
You'd have cranberries up here, right? Oh, we have lots of cranberries. Cloudberries? Those little orange ones that look like a raspberry kind of? Yeah.
Being aware of the surroundings, right? Being a good listener, getting a feel for the place, the feel for the people. That's important because you can respond to that. I mean, that would be ideal if we can get all of that really important personal stuff to come across, but it's not exactly the thrust of the documentary. We can't explain the relationship we've developed, which is the sad part, but a good part for us because we get to feel it.